Hey everybody, so today's video is going to be that book versus movie video that I promised you guys I would do for the Scary Stories movie. Yes, so this is probably going to be a pretty quick video because there's not a lot to say, but I did want to make this anyway because I do kind of want to talk about the movie, and I wanted to talk about a couple of things that I do have in here. So hopefully this isn't too long though, because I don't want to make it too long of a video for you guys, but I do have a couple of post-its on my wall right here, so if I'm looking over here, that's why, because I forget shit a lot. But yeah, so the movie just came out. I just went and saw it, and I enjoyed it. It could have been a little bit better, but let me say this. I did not have any expectations going into it. I'm going to be honest with you guys. I grew up with these books, okay? I grew up with them. But as a reader, I understood, and plus as a movie viewer, I also understood that it would be really difficult to adapt this because it's a collection of short stories. So the people who are angry at the adaptation part of it, I don't understand, except for maybe they probably could have added a lot more stories into it and more characters, monsters, but they had to do something because this is a collection of short stories. They had to make up their own storyline to go with it. And I felt like what they did come up with worked. Maybe could have been a little bit better, could have been tweaked out a little bit more, but it worked. And it did though seem like it was like they rushed this bitch out. And they probably should have taken a little bit more time with it. I was not expecting like some crazy shit because this is not a full novel. So you can't adapt this perfectly. So yeah, so I can't say I'm extremely disappointed. I can't say that, but that's just whatever. So I wanted to get into a couple of things. Wait, I wanted to say it. Post it. I'm pointing at it. I wanted to say that it did remind me of like a long ass episode of like a children's horror TV show, like Goosebumps or like The Haunting Hour or like Are You Afraid of the Dark? That's what it reminded me of. It did not remind me. It did not seem like a movie that you would put out in the theaters. Let's get into the book here. So this is a collection of short stories. Yes. And there are some in here. A couple of them are from the earlier books, but a majority of the movie used creatures from the third book. So I thought that was really interesting. So we have the big toe right here, which was featured in the movie. Also, did I mention there's going to be spoilers in this? So if you're not comfortable with that, go bye, and come back when you watched it if you want to. If not, whatever, stick around. But the big toe is right here. And also, I did notice this. I don't know if I'm wrong, but there's a character right here. This is like one of the scariest pictures from the books. And they used this character in the big toe story in the movie. I knew that they were going to have this one in there because this picture is pretty iconic, and I was expecting that. So they did use this character in there, and I thought that was really cool. I will say that from like what I wanted more of, the creatures are what I wanted more of. I feel like they could have been added a little bit more in there. They could have all came out at the end. A lot more could have been done with them. It just seemed like a very big missed opportunity. We also have the Her song in the movie. And that one is like a music box that's playing and is a little homage to the books, and I really enjoyed that part of it. I thought that was really cool. And then right here we got Harold, and I was really excited about this and a little bit disappointed because they did play with the character in it, but it wasn't in there a lot, and something better could have been done with it. But so they did have him in there. He's a lot more scarier in this picture to me, to be honest with you. But yeah, so we have Harold in there, and then we also have the woman from the dream. She was in there too. This is also another iconic one, just like the Harold. That one's iconic, and so is this one. The woman in the dream. She's in the movie too as well. Only in there, I think, one time. So that was again another missed opportunity. They could have done a lot more with the monsters in this. The stories from here didn't really bother me that much. I wanted more of the monsters, the creatures, the illustrations from this. That's what I wanted. And then we have the red spot, which is not a monster, but it was featured in the movie, and I felt like they did a pretty good job with that. I will say that it was really spooky. But yeah, so that's pretty much it for like, you know, the book part of it. There's not much, you know what I mean? Like, this is not a novel, so I can't sit here and be picking apart certain things, because that's not what this movie is, and that's not what they were going and adapting it for. So, you know, short stories adapted into a movie. It was okay. I would recommend that you go watch it like on a $5 Tuesday or like at the dollar movies. I would not recommend you go and pay $12 or even $20 from what I hear from other places. Don't do that, because you're more than likely will be pretty disappointed with it. Just wait. Probably watch it at the Redbox too. Yeah. It was okay. It was worth $5, but like, yeah. So that is pretty much it. That's all I have for you guys today. So I will see you guys next time within the video. Go read the, you know, the book, the collection. Go read it. It's really fun. I actually bought this one. I think it was at the Discovery Shop, so it was a thrift store, and I found this for like, I think 50 cents, and this goes for like $70 online. Maybe not now, because you can buy the books now again, because they re-release them with like the movie covers, but this version of it I got, and this is the Barnes & Noble edition of it. So maybe Barnes & Noble will re-release it like this, I'm not sure. But yeah, so I have the whole treasury right here. Yes, and I treasure this. I love this damn thing. But yeah, so again, I'll see you guys next time.